Okay, I had a little interruption, but we're going to continue this, part 2. So again, we're on number 8, r equals sine 5 theta. B is odd, we have 5 petals. So I have 90 degrees divided by 5 equals 18 degrees. That's difficult to get on this graph paper. We're just going to get it close. So our starting spot is at 0. And each one of these lines is 7.5, so that makes that 15. Up 2 more, I'm at 30. So 18 is going to be just slightly in between, or slightly above 15 degrees. This is a radius of 1, but that's so small. I'm going to go ahead and come out and say 1, 2, 3, 4 circles on this graph paper will count as 1. So I'm going to stay on that circle as I count around. So 18 degrees, I'm going to come up a tiny bit above 15 and put a dot. And that's why I want you to label that dot with your degrees. So I'm going to put it in right here. 18 degrees is my starting spot. We need to figure out our spacing. So our spacing is going to always be 360 divided by the number of petals. Since I have 5 petals, I'm going to divide by 5. And 360 divided by 5 is 72 degrees. So if I add 72 to 18, I get 90. I'm going to go along here. And if I add 72 again, I'm at 162. That's 180. Back 30 is 150. So we're around here. I don't need you to be perfect. I'm going to add another 72, which is at 234. So 180 plus 4 is 210 plus 4, so around here. Good enough. We'll add another 72. We're at 306. Good enough. We have our 5 dots. And we'll go ahead and create the petals. So coming from the petals, remember to make it round. So if I do that ahead of time, so I don't accidentally make them pointed. Come back into the pole. Just try not to let them overlap and have them come into the center. This guy obviously got off, but it's okay. So let me do it with a highlighter so you can see better. Again, I want to know the spacing in between, and that was 72. And where did we start? We started at 18. So I'm going to do sum of 7. There's an awful lot of petals on that one, but let's just talk about that. So if B is even, that means we're going to have twice as many petals. So we'll have 12 petals. It's a little crazy. But it's also cosine, which means it's going to start on the initial ray, which is to the right. This says we're going to come out 2, so I'm going to go ahead and come out all the way just to get all those petals in. It's going to be kind of painful. So I'm going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So That's going to count as 2. Stay on that outer edge. That'll help me have a little more room for 12 petals. So I'm going to say my spacing is 360 divided by 12, which is 30, and that one's nice on this graph paper. Every 4 is going to be 30. So I'm going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And every 4 you're going to go around. I'm not going to make all of them. Okay, and so then we have our, go ahead and erase this part just because it's kind of interfering right now. Our starting point was at 0, and then our spacing is at 30. And I don't care which ones you show the spacing on the test, just show me in between 2 of them are 30. And again, at the edge of the petals, make it be round. Pointy petals. And this is where it's going to be difficult, right? Try not to overlap and just come back in. And that's fine. And that's a beginning of that one. So the only other one I wanted to do with you was the limestone down here. And I don't need you to know the names of them, but whenever those two match, you should know you have a limestone. Again, I'm going to look for the sign in the middle. It's a plus. This one's a cosine, which means the majority is going to be over here on the right. That front number, which is A is 3, is my sideways numbers. And sideways on this kind, then, if it's going to the right, are going to be up and down. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2, 3. And then I would add the 3 and the 3 and get 6. So I'll come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subtracting the 3 and the 3 gets me back at 0. So this is my outer part, and I want to make a circle and come through that back to here. That's not a circle, but make it rounded. Yeah, oof, terrible. Hit that, hit that. There's no inner circle. Try to make it go a little better. There we go.